Alright, the winter anime season is almost upon us, so it's time to see what we're going to be watching or not watching. If you're new, you're probably thinking, blindly predicting, what do you mean? Don't worry, I'll quickly bring you up to speed. So basically, I'm not going to read the description, I'm not going to look at the tags, I'm not going to look at the animation studio, I'm just going to watch the raw trailer, no subtitles. Based off that and the cover, I'm going to try to guess what the anime is going to be about. If it's going to be good, fire, sleeper, mid, or ass. That's it, it's that simple. Also, if I'm talking about a show, it's probably because it's a continuation of something I don't watch. Now with that out the way, let's get into it. Delusional monthly magazine. Comedy, quirky characters, trying to find the scoop, what's going on in this weird world, the wackiness. Don't get much else. Let's watch the trailer. No. So with that, I hope you enjoy it. Like and subscribe. Fluffy Paradise. Obviously fancy, maybe isekai, slice of life, cutesy, just something really chill. A little girl seems like she's the main character. She might attract these mythical creatures. Let's see the trailer. Okay, pretty much what I said, you know, it is isekai. She died from being overworked. I don't know, she came home, she just collapsed, she's just dead. And God gave her a choice to pick a special ability or something, and maybe she liked animals, but in the, you know, her old world, they wasn't fucking with her. They was like, nah, we ain't fucking with you, get away from us. So she chose to, you know, attract all these animals, you know, have a easier time to, you know, for them to like her. You know, if you like these type of shows, I think it's definitely be up your alley. So I'm gonna say it's good. Classroom of the Elite season 3. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, if you watch my video, if you see my video of the anime that I freed myself in 2022, this was on there. If you want to know a reason why, you know, of course, you know, go watch that video. I don't think the show's bad. You know, I think this season's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay watch. It's gonna be whatever. Gushing over magical girls. Interesting title. Why? Wow. Okay. Obviously magical girls. Obviously, you know, horny, etchy. I don't know if it's just a comedy, and I don't know if it's like a, you know, harem. I don't know if it's like kind of a yuri. And let's see the trailer, and I'm scared. Basically, the main character is infatuated with magical girls. You know, she adores them, and then she gets to become one, but she didn't realize she's gonna become an evil magical girl. It seemed like she was against being an evil magical girl, but then she realized dominating the magical girls that she grew up loving. Feels good to be a goddamn dominatrix to them. Low key, I think it's gonna be a sleeper. Potentially the comedy can outshine the etchiness. We'll see. Ishura, a samurai fighting death, the Grim Reaper, or skeletons, or maybe it's an isekai and the samurai somehow got sent to another world, and so he's just this samurai that doesn't know anything and just fighting monsters. Let's watch this trailer. Alright, so I was wrong. It's not an isekai. It's not about a samurai. It's like this dystopian world. Maybe it got ruined by something. Maybe everything changed and now it's just dying. It seemed like the majority of humanity was wiped out. It didn't look like there was a lot of people alive. It looked like you had a bunch of outlaws, monster hunter type people, and maybe they're rebelling. They're staging a coup against this country. The only negative I could say is that most of the monsters seem like they're all CGI, but the action and the fighting seem good, so maybe you could get past the CGI. Aside from that though, this does look promising. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a dark horse. I'll watch a few episodes. Hokkaido gals are super adorable. Romance, comedy. You have your average mean looking guy. He's gonna get a girl, you know, he's gonna be surprised that she actually likes him, or she's falling for him, or she's gonna mess around with him, tease him. He's gonna be thinking, is this a dream? Is this real life? Let's watch the trailer. Yo, what the fuck, man? Why? That wasn't necessary. Why did they do that? It was a chill trailer. What the golly? All right, he's from Tokyo. He's a city boy. That's what's initially gonna attract him to her, but over time she's actually gonna fall in love with him. There's two other girls that seem like love interests, but the blonde hair girl is the main one. You know, rom-com with some shenanigans and a sprinkle of etchiness, maybe more. Who knows? Because I would have said this could be good, but the horniness. So I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be okay. Delicious in Dungeon. This kind of looks familiar. I think I heard about this one a couple years ago. I don't know what it's about, but based on the cover and title, you know, some guy in a dungeon going around just having an adventure and cooking up good meals, maybe getting some rare ingredients. Just seems chill, comedic. Let's see the trailer. It seemed like the main MC lost his sister. Either she died, she got kidnapped, or she's missing. And so if she's missing, maybe he's trying to find her in one of these dungeons. Or if she's dead, maybe he's trying to fulfill a promise they made. Or I could just be completely wrong on both of those. For the most part, it's pretty lighthearted with a little bit of dark moments here and there. Definitely for sure, I'm very interested in this. I'm gonna say it's gonna be really good. Chain Soldier. What is going on? So far, these anime I vaguely heard about or known about. This one, I think I read the first 3 chapters or 4. But what I vaguely remember from this, it was making the contract was pretty over the top. Let's just watch it. I can't remember anything else. Okay, that kind of helped. I kind of remember some things. All the women in Japan, or the world, maybe I can't remember that part. All the women have some type of power. The men don't. They're useless. They're utter trash. Some of them go to the other dimension and fight, help keep all the demons, the monstrosities, whatever they're called. But the main MC somehow gets trapped over there. He gets saved by the main girl, and for whatever reason, they make a contract. And also for whatever reason, and for some reason, it's very horny and just lewd. I I remember that now. Just another horny show. And he becomes a dog to the squad. Also, his sister is dead or missing, something like that. Honestly, I don't know what it is, but this is looking a little lackluster. So I'm gonna say this is gonna be mid, but we'll see. I'll watch the first episode. My instant death ability is so overpowered. No one in this other world stands a chance against me. You know, you're seeing this, typical isekai stuff. You know, we kind of get what we're getting about to get into. I could be wrong. The trailer could go a completely different way. 180. So let's see the trailer. Honestly, I'm just gonna say this is looking really ass. It was just all over the place, so many different plot lines. I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you what it's gonna be about because that's how confusing it was. For sure, this is looking bad, but it's looking fun bad. So I'll give the first episode a watch. Sasaki and Peeps. It seems like the worlds are merging, or is a portal and they can go back and forth. Maybe they're trying to establish a good relationship between the two worlds. Let's see the trailer. Alright, so I was kind of right. Not really a portal, but a bird that could take the main character back and forth. He just finds this magical bird into some random pet store. So it seems like the main character is using this to his advantage. Maybe he's establishing his status in the other world. Maybe other people like him. So yeah, it's a mix of comedy, action, little dark stuff here and there. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a dark horse. I'll watch a couple episodes. The wrong way to use healing magic. Fantasy or isekai, either one. He uses healing magic as an offensive, attack type of magic. He uses it to his advantage, instead of just, healing magic, you're support. Nah, I'm on the front line. Let's watch the trailer. Alright, not that bad. It is isekai. 3 friends get summoned. Maybe it's part of a prophecy. Maybe it's rare to have healing magic, or maybe it's a dying breed. Nobody's really getting healing magic anymore. Or maybe it's just the way he uses it. It seems like they're gonna have to defeat a demon lord, demon king. It's seemingly pretty generic. But I think the writing, the world building, and characters are good. I can see the potential. Pleasantly surprised by this. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a dark horse. Definitely gonna watch this. The Dangers in My Heart Season 2. I'm not gonna lie, I've been very excited for this. I've been looking forward to this. If you've been on my channel before, you see my anime videos, I don't mind me some romance. I don't mind it here and there. Low key, I think this is one of the better romance animes out there right now. Let's just watch the trailer, see what this season is gonna be about. Alright, off rip, I'm just gonna say it's gonna be a really good season. I'm trying to remember some things. I know that they both know that they like each other, but they haven't made it official. But because nobody knows that they like each other, it seems like there's gonna be people trying to get in between them. Seems like there's gonna be a little bit of drama, and it seems like we're gonna get into a little bit of Yamada's past. So I'm hoping at some point in the season they make it official. Hopefully it's not at the end. We'll see. Definitely, if you have not watched the first season, highly recommend it if you like romance. Tales of the Wedding Rings. Another one that I know about. I've read the manga to this. I think I dropped that at chapter 73 or 4. It's not bad. I think I dropped it because I seen it was getting an anime, but I'm surprised this is getting an anime because I ain't gonna lie, this is borderline hentai. I don't know if it'll get animated to that point. This could be good if done right, if it's, if the pacing is good. It's mostly the pacing I'm worried about and how they handle the intimate scenes, the loose scenes. But the pacing is fine, or if it is better animated, then I'm gonna say it's gonna be good. A Sign of Affection. Wait, hold on, they kind of drippy. Hold on, I kind of fucking with their style. Hold on, they got that shit on. Wait, hold on. But obviously romance. Well, let's see the trailer. You fucking, I'm sold, bro. You fucking bitch. You son of a gun. I'm sold. I'm already getting silent voice vibes. All right, yep, they got me. And I like how they had the detail of their lips. Like you could see, like they were trying to actually mouth it, do a good job with their lips. But it didn't seem like there was really that much drama. It's another guy, but I don't know if it's like her childhood friend, somebody she went to school with, or a family member. And either he's in love with her, or maybe he's just overprotective of her. So he's just trying to look out for her, or just keep her away from this bad boy, this playboy that gets all the girls. And maybe the playboy guy, maybe he never actually fell in love with somebody, but with this girl, he actually fall in love with her. He's actually trying to learn the sign language, to understand her. So maybe she's changing him and he's changing her, and in a good way. I'm gonna say this is gonna be really good. Definitely gonna watch this. Mashle, Magic and Muscle Season 2. I'm very disappointed that this is getting another season. Why? Watch the whole first season. So boring. It was ass. I'm not gonna say too much else because this is gonna end up in the anime that I freed myself in 2023 video sometime next month. Such a letdown. Solo Leveling. Again, another one I know about. This one is being very, very hyped up. So I'm hoping, because you motherfuckers be hyping up these manhwas, I'm pretty sure this is a manhwa. Hopefully this turns out to be good and lives up to that hype, because if it's adapted well and it's not good, going forward in the future, every manhwa to me that gets adapted, trash. Let's see the trailer and see what it's about. Okay, so it seems like he either was invited to this other place where he could go fight monsters, or anybody could get to it, but maybe there's a special level, levels that you need access to, and if you're invited you can get rewards, maybe money. And it seemed like somebody was sick, somebody's in the hospital, and maybe he's doing it for them, or it could be more to it than that. at first it seems like he's not him, he's not at that level yet. So he just grinds out these monsters, whatever. There's a time skip at some point. So maybe his goal changes after the time skip, or maybe his motives. But overall, I'm not buying into the hype yet. The art, the animation, and fight scenes do look good, but I'm not convinced yet. So for now, I'm gonna say this is gonna be good. We'll see how everything unfolds. Blue Exorcist. Wait, this is getting a new season? See, I can't really tell. I don't know if this is a new season or somehow this is like a spin-off, or let's just watch the trailer and see. Okay, it's been a very long time since I watched Blue Exorcist, so some of it looked familiar, but then there's some parts that seem new. So I don't know if this is like a reboot or kind of a retelling. It seemed like they were meeting for the first time, like they just got there. So I think this might be a reboot. Is Blue Exorcist still ongoing? I feel like I haven't heard it be finished. At the time when Blue Exorcist was airing, it was cool, but now I don't know how well it's gonna hold up. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be okay. I'll watch a couple episodes. 7 time loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy. Maybe she's stuck in a time loop and she keeps repeating the same day. It also seems like she has a double life. Maybe during the day she's a princess and at night she's another person. So maybe that's who she really is and she's just carrying out a mission. Let's see the trailer. I honestly cannot tell what this is going to be about. What I got was that every time she loops, she lives a different life, or maybe she just works odd jobs, something like that. And each time he somehow finds her and proposes her. And it also seems like she's getting help from his little brother or sister. I don't know what they're plotting. I don't know what their goal is. I don't know what they're trying to do. I'm going to say it's going to be a sleeper. I'll give this a shot. Banished from the hero's party. I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside season 8. This is getting a continuation. This was a hidden gem back in 2021. Off the cover, this is looking to be a little darker than the first season. Let's watch the trailer and see what we're about to get into. Alright, it seems like there's a new hero because in season 1, the main MC's sister was a hero, but I think his sister's mind was like corrupted by a sword or something like that, if I remember correctly. So now with this new hero, he seems like he's a psycho, he's ruthless. So it's looking like it's up to the main MC and his new party to step up and stop whatever's going on, maybe stop this hero. Definitely looking to be a little darker than the first season. This is gonna be fire to me, but this is gonna be a sleeper. And if you haven't watched this, you need to get on that ASAP. A tank with a rare 9,900, obviously fantasy or isekai. At some point they might regret kicking him from the party. Maybe this is his harem, or he just has a weakness to protect girls, something like that. We kind of have an idea what we're gonna get into. I could be proven wrong, so let's just watch the trailer. Wow, very disappointed. I was hoping that, I was going to be proven wrong. Kind of boring. Nothing really stood out to me. He got kicked out the party for some reason. Maybe they thought he was useless. And then he ends up forming a party with these girls. Maybe he has a love for women. Or maybe he has a sister complex or some type of, weird fetish. I'm going to say it's going to be okay. Mr. Villain's Day Off. Just a bunch of wackiness. These peculiar characters are probably going to be interrupting him. And even though he's this bad guy, he's going to be into weird things or things you wouldn't think an evil person would be into. Something like that. Let's see the trailer. Okay, it seems like just a chill comedic show. There might be a little bit of action. They're fighting against some Power Rangers looking type people, but for the most part, it just seems like this guy on his day off doing whatever he gotta do, chores or errands, going to the zoo. He's in love with panda. He loves pandas, and he's gonna be running to these people that he thinks are weirdos. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a sleeper. I'll watch the first episode. The Unwanted Undead Adventurer, either fantasy or isekai. He could be cursed. Maybe they're trying to find a cure for him, or maybe they're just going on a regular adventure. Let's see the trailer. Alright, he died to some type of monster. Maybe it was a special, unique monster, and it had some type of effect after it kills somebody. So he comes back as a skeleton, but either the more he kills, or I guess level up, I don't know if there's a level up system in this world, he starts to slowly turn back to a human, or either getting his body back. So either he'll get it like fully back, but he's still gonna be undead, and he has to like lift that off maybe. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a dark horse. This has piqued my interest. The foolish angel dances with a devil. Romance, slice of life, comedy, shy, timid girl. He's a delinquent, but he's really not. Let's go ahead and watch the trailer. Alright, so I was wrong. So it's supernatural. Realistically, she's the demon, even though she's an angel, but she's really the demon. And it seems like they're just trying to one-up each other and embarrass each other as much as they can. But then at some point, they actually fall in love with each other. Somebody's trying to kill him, trying to assassinate him, and there's some action here and there. Maybe it's like a Romeo and Juliet type thing. I'm gonna say it's gonna be okay. I might watch the first episode. 'Tis time for torture princess. Maybe they think they're torturing her by feeding her food. Seems like just a bunch of goofy, weird scenarios and just shenanigans. Let's see this trailer. Okay, so she's a captured princess, and they torture her by either feeding her or sometimes not feeding her and eating the food in front of her. Maybe they're trying to get information from something for, I don't know. It just seems really lighthearted and comedic. Maybe at some point she's gonna realize that maybe these demons aren't so bad, and maybe they'll establish a relationship to, the humans and demons to be on good terms, to coexist. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a hidden gem. I'll give this a watch. Cherry Magic, 30 years of virginity can make you a wizard. Getting some heavy, zesty, hashtag gay girl Monday vibes. If you know, you know. Let's watch the trailer. Alright, I know the girlies are gonna go crazy for this one. They gonna be loving it. Your standard romance. The main character's not sure about his sexuality. There's a woman that, seems like she likes him and he thinks he might like her, but, he realizes true feelings with his other co-worker, a real man. Also, I think this is the voice actor for Stark from Free Ren. So my son Stark about to be taking them back shots. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a sleeper. I never watched a yaoi anime, but I'm a man, I'm not scared. I'll watch the first episode. Why not? Metallic Rogue. Sci-fi, mech, aliens, futuristic, possibly psychological or thriller. Let's watch the trailer. Off rip, I'm just gonna say fire. I'm not usually a big fan of mech anime, but this is the one. There's a lot going on. But what I got from it was a corrupt government, organization, or group, shady business. There's like these workers, but it seems like they're mindless zombies, or maybe they're cyborgs or robots, or maybe they're aliens. One of the protagonists is similar to them. Her body's different, it's not normal. And also it seemed like there was a group similar to her that was like casted away. They were exiled, I guess, or they left the city. Maybe the two main characters are like detectives, and I feel like that's just scratching the surface. There's gonna be a lot of exposition, a lot of character development, a lot of world building. I'm gonna say it now. This is gonna be animated season. I'm locked in. The weakest tamer began a journey to pick up trash, either fantasy or isekai. Maybe she lost her parents or somehow she got separated from them, so she just goes on this adventure, makes new friends, possibly a dark undertone to this. Let's go ahead and see this trailer though. Okay, so there's some dark things going on, some trauma. So this world, maybe at a certain age, you go to the church or at some place to get your skills. So like something checked out, you know, some type of ability, your status, your affinity to something. And I guess the main MC, either she has a really weak skill or nothing came up for her. And so her parents, which I think her parents are not her parents. And so since she's useless to them, she has no value. They probably torture her and harass her, maybe people around town, the village. And then at some point, maybe her parents try to kill her. So she runs away from home. So it seems like it's mostly about the journey, the adventure, meeting these new people and seeing the main character develop and becoming a stronger person. I'm gonna say it's gonna be really good. I'm tapped in for this. I'm locked in. Don't sleep on this one. The Witch and the Beast. Don't really get anything from the cover, but based off the title, supernatural. She's a witch. He either can transform into an animal or a beast, whatever, or he's just really strong. Maybe he's protecting her, or she's protecting him. Let's see the trailer. Alright, honestly, I can't really guess what this is gonna be about without saying the same things, but shady organization, maybe some type of round table. The two main characters are hunters. The female MC has a mark on her neck, maybe it's like a curse. Maybe the person they're hunting down is the one who did it, and maybe that person is the main antagonist for this arc, just want to see the world burn. It does seem a little edgy, but low-key, they are throwing hands. So I'm gonna say this is gonna be a dark horse. I'll watch a couple episodes. Otsuri Yatsura, season 2. Honestly, we don't need to watch trailer. We know what we're getting into. Just a bunch of comedic shenanigans, hijinks, the MC chasing after girls, probably some new characters, and shocking. A lot of shocking. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be solid. Bocchi Giri. I'm getting Fist of North Star vibes. Just a bunch of delinquents and gangs, just turf wars and, you know, being the strongest in the school, in the area, or whatever. Yeah, let's watch the trailer. But yeah, pretty much what I said, just turf wars, really comedic, just goofiness and just wackiness, bunch of weirdo characters. It seems like the main MC didn't realize the school he was transferring to was just a bunch of delinquents. You know, at first he was appearing to be like all cool and, you know, the playboy type, and then when he realized, oh damn, he's a bunch of goons. So it seems like he's not really that strong, and maybe after he gets a genie or the djinn, the goal is to become the #1 delinquent or something like that. I'm gonna say it's gonna be okay. Nothing really stood out. Alright, these last 8 I either didn't have much of a reaction to, or they were just boring. So let's rapidly go through them. Ponomichi. At first I thought this was a shogi anime, so I got kind of excited. You know, there's only one shogi anime that I like, and that's March Comes In Like a Lion. I need another season. But upon looking at it again, I realized it was Mahjong. I was pretty sad. But it seemed okay. Just cute anime girls playing Mahjong. I might watch the first episode. The Demon Prince of Momochi House. Romance, harem, supernatural. You got some guy that can turn into a fox spirit. It's like a vampire, evil spirits, demons, stuff like that. I was kind of getting Fruit Basket vibes. It seemed okay. Definitely not for me. Villainess, level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the demon lord. This one seemed pretty generic, standard villainess, overpowered. She got isekai into a game. It seemed pretty boring. The main character doesn't have any emotions. She just like, whatever, I'm strong. You know, I feel like it just didn't work. You know, there's nothing wrong with that type of personality, but I just feel like it just didn't work for this type of show. I'm gonna say this one is me very mid, borderline ass. Dr. Elise, the royal lady with the lamp. Another romance harem isekai. She was a doctor in her previous life, then she died in a plane crash. So now with her knowledge of the previous world, she's gonna be a doctor in this world, advanced in medicine, help people out, help the poor. This isn't on my alley, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be good. Sengoku Yoko. Seemed like the Fox girl was being escorted and protected to some type of destination by 3 people. The Fox girl was able to get one of their powers, make them stronger. There's just a lot of action, fighting, evil spirits, demons, priests. You got some dark and traumatic past. At first when I watched the trailer, I thought this was gonna be good, but after rewatching it, I'm gonna say it's gonna be okay. Brave Bang Barbarin, Brave Barin.
Special Force のオペレーターライダル5時代に運命だった That shit was trash.
Snack Basu, just a comedy gag anime. People at a bar after work, shenanigans, just hijinks, wild moments. It didn't seem bad. Probably just throw this on if you want to laugh at something stupid. And also Granny shaking that ass. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a dark horse though. I'll watch the first episode. Meiji Gekken 1874. This one, the cover does look cool and promising. You got samurais, some type of police force, maybe some type of conspiracy going on, evil priestess, spirits, stuff like that. It was just a lot of action. It was pretty simple. Really nothing for me to try to guess. I think this is gonna be very mediocre. And that's all the anime coming out for the winter season. If I had to grade it or give it a rating, I give it a B or 8 out of 10. You know, compared to the last season, which had a lot of different variety, different flavors for everyone, this season is relatively the same, or it kind of feels like that, which isn't a bad thing. I just feel like people won't enjoy this season as much as last season. But we'll see if things change once we get to the halfway point of the winter anime season. We'll see how Red is feeling about it in 2 months. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments. What are you looking forward to the most? Was I wrong on any of these? Or just leave a random comment. So with that, I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Share with who you think might enjoy my content. Other than that, I'm out.